Test down. White sands, beautiful women, nice food. I don't think I'm coming back, man. Ain't coming back to the States, baby.
We'll talk about it, guys.
All right, we good.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. I'm your host, Adam Mills. This is Guess I Said podcast. To the right, left from the ears.
We got Sick Cuz, the governor.
Well, I'm Bizzle. You already know what's up.
Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Pretty soon we have a Cash App. I said Cash App. Yeah, Cash App across the screen. Donate $1, anything, help out. And website to be up soon. Okay, the Kendrick Lamar rap review. We did something brief last week. I just finished editing that, so I'm gonna drop that today. But this is the actual review, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Kendrick Lamar review. Let me say this, y'all. As being a Drake fan as well, all I gotta say is yo, okay. I'm eating crow. I'm going back on my word, right? Heard it for the third time.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, man, I like it. I like it. I like it. I even like the now think about this now. Mustard and Soundwave produced that album.
Okay.
No, Soundwave been with TDE forever. He the one to give him that soulful sound that, you know what I'm saying? So that's where when you hear like tracks like Luther, whatever tracks on here, you know, I always gonna keep my homework. You hear tracks like Luther, Man at the Garden. When you hear these things, you automatically hear Soundwave. And I'm gonna assume that DJ Mustard, shout out to Mustard and Soundwave, must have had more of the Not Like Us type tracks, like the Bay Area type tracks. When I hear that, great team, great combo.
Right.
All right, let me get down to the report card. Production, lyrics, substance, standout songs were, to me, mostly all of them, but the standout songs were Luther, Reincarnated, Whacked Out Murals. When I first heard Whacked Out Murals, I was like, oh, he could have came, pause, a little stronger than that out the gate. But when I did my research, and the story behind it is, he really had his mural, if I'm pronounced it right, vandalized, and had OVO written all across it.
Okay.
We don't allegedly, we don't want to say Drake was behind it. Could have been a crazy fan. It could have been anybody just trying to do things, you know, for attention, social media, right? But it had OVO written across his mural, and I was like, okay, so now I'm hearing it. Now it has more meaning to it, right? And I enjoyed that joint. The second one, Squabble Up, it grew on me, and now it's stuck in my head because, you know what I'm saying? Every time I'm Squabble Up. You know what I'm saying? So I liked the Dead joint, and that was an anthem.
Yeah.
And it had like the I don't know, I should have did more research on it, but it had like that 90s, that late 80s, early 90s type of hip hop, you know what I'm saying, party element to it.
Yeah. Like that.
Luther speaks for itself, right? With SZA. I'm gonna hurry up because I'm gonna let y'all cook. Man in the Garden. What that remind y'all of when y'all heard that? Man in the Garden. Man at the Garden. I'm sorry. When I heard that, first thing came to my mind was One Mic by Nas.
Yep.
He did his homework on this album. He channeled all the greats. You hear a little bit of Biggie in there. He had some lines that he took from Biggie. The verse where Biggie was talking about, and I should have wrote it down. There was the verse when he's beefing Wu-Tang, Biggie Smalls. A lot of people don't know that Wu-Tang and Biggie Smalls had a little beef going on. And it was a verse, I'm paraphrasing, where Biggie said, y'all all my children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said the same joint in there. Man of the Garden, that was fire. That's a standout to me. Hey Now, Remind me of the Yang Yang Twins, the Whisper Song. Reincarnated. He was talking about Jimi Hendrix. Want to believe what's the dark skin lady, man? It skipped my mind. Oh man, forgive me.
You know?
But it was people that came back, musicians that was reincarnated,
Yeah. Like
wasn't
Nina
favored by
Simone?
God and came back, and at the last minute, he was like the devil.
Yeah, yeah.
That oh my goodness, man, that touched my soul. Dodger, that was pretty good. Peekaboo, you know, that's the Boogeyman reference.
Right.
Part 6 was dope. And I'm gonna put this up there with the Heart 3, because that was my favorite Heart joint. GNX, that's the only song I could have done without, but it was a posse track, so I let that slide.
Right.
And what's the other one?
Gloria.
Gloria. I liked that joint too, so it ended real strong. Production, I'm gonna give it 8.5 out of 10 because it grew on me. That joint. Oh, did I mention that joint? Did I mention hold on, because I'm up there singing out Mustard. What joint was that, man? Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I don't think I wrote it down. Hold on. Yeah, the one I liked it, I didn't even write down. Hold on. What's the name of that song? Y'all help me out here. Because you know I'm gonna have to edit this part out.
Mm.
Trying to turn it up.
The one where the beat switched. Oh my God. Well, anyway, I'll get back to it. Anywho, lyrics, I'm gonna give it 9.5 out of 10. Substance, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Overall, 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Almost a classic. Almost a classic. What was that joint when he was the beat switched up? Hold on, let me get on my phone. Hold on, this is terrible. I can't go out like this, fellas. I cannot go out like this. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Y'all can get your views.
That was the thing. Mustard, Soundwave. Yeah, they put together a solid track. I liked all the beats on here, actually. You know what I mean? I didn't like at first. I remember when the first time I heard Squabble Up, I didn't like it at first. But this is one of those albums where you can tell, but it's one of the things that is cooked right. So it grows on you. It's not even like you can tell he didn't take his time with it. You know, you could tell that he took his time when he didn't rush it. You know what I mean? It's not a rushed album. And it seemed like Whacked Out Murals picks up right where he leaves off on Not Like Us. So it's like it just continues from there. And then he just able to. So that's why I like the way about the flow of it.
Real quick, y'all. TV off. That's the name of it. TV off.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the beat switched up. What's that?
Yeah.
That joint right there is one of my favorite joints, man. My bad.
Yeah. So what'd you say you gave it overall?
I think a 9.5 out of 10. Almost gave it a classic.
I think it's definitely a classic. By the way, it came out, and see the message that was in TV Off is what I liked about TV Off a lot too, because the fact that he was saying turn the TV off, that's the big thing. That's the big problem.
Yeah.
Like the program aspect of things is what he's talking about. And just the fact he was just taking his shots. All the little things that everybody's been insinuating, he spoke to.
Mm.
So, and he took shots at Cole.
Yeah.
I can't remember what song, but he was saying basically like, you know, your boys are paraphrasing like your man's a coward. You know what I'm saying? The only coward I can think of right now is Cole in the game. But
Dang.
Continue. You know, there's a lot of shots at Drake.
Exactly. So I mean, even under all right. So for beats, production 9.5 because I don't actually 9.5 for sure. Lyrics, see, I wasn't a big fan of one of the songs, but they grew on me. You know, 2 of them actually. But I liked Squabble Up when it came down to it. But there was another one I was like, all right, that's cool, but still it was on point. You know what I mean? But then lyrics, he got the flow on top of it, and it's just several flows. He's not one way, and he switches it up. It sounds like he talking for a minute, then he's like, all right, I'm gonna turn it on. Brrr, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing he's got. He's able to break it down. He give you the entendres if you want them, and then he break it down to just simple. You know what I mean? So lyrically, he's able to do that, and he also kind of explain exactly what his mission is behind things too, which a lot of people don't have. They just rhyming just to rhyme. Also, so that's another thing. And another thing I like that he talked about was the work that he puts in. Because you know what I mean? A lot of people don't really put in, well, everyone puts in work, you know what I mean? But there's the perception that this just happens and there's no work that's involved. It's just, you go around, you just show up at the studio and you leave, you know what I mean?
Everything magically appeared, and the fact that a lot of things that stung his was on his record too that he takes for a long time to make albums, and he's lazy.
Right.
That's the rumor out there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell the difference now because now that he's no longer with Top Dog Entertainment, you start to see more of Kendrick.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right. So yeah, when it came to that, lyrics, the depth when it comes to that too. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people not able to do that and still stay within the artist mode. You know what I mean? Because you're starting to see the other side of it, where he's actually able to show the man outside of it. There's like the real quick line when he says something about it's too crazy out here to have more than one woman. Or at least
Yeah, he said that. He said that. Damn, man, I had all these in my notes.
right. But just
That's,
his ability just to intertwine that in without that turning to like he was preaching a whole message. You see what I mean? He's able
yeah,
to throw them little bars in. Here's a quick jewel for you, and let me go. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to kind of get you with a lot of both, so that way you stay entertained and you don't get bored. It's hard to do because
yeah,
you know what I mean. It's hard to give a substance and then at the same time entertain because a lot of times you're just gonna put everybody to sleep.
exactly. Because they're gonna think you're too preachy,
Right.
and that's what Cole fell victim to a lot. And Whacked Out Mirrors, he was like talking about Lil Wayne in a sense where he was like, I thought Lil Wayne to be happy because I put in enough work. You know what I'm saying? And basically, he was saying like older artists say he's the number one, and then when he gets to a certain level, they want to start hating on him and stuff like that. And you seeing that manifest itself because I don't know how what I'm saying, involved Wayne was with him in the Drake situation. Notice Wayne stay out of that a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
You look at the history. Well, no, I'm not gonna say stay out of it. He throws little jabs. Wayne is the type of rapper or person that, excuse me, you ever seen a person get jumped and that person, the person is getting jumped, the guy comes in the crowd and get a little sneaky kick in and ease off in the crowd or whatever.
See him
No, that he couldn't beat him. He hate his guts. That's the one that really hate his guts.
yeah.
He couldn't fight him 1-on-1, but he wait till a group of people beat up on him and he just come in and get his little dirty lick off and go back in the crowd. That's Wayne.
Mm.
That's Wayne.
I'm gonna get my thoughts about it. I feel like with the album, this is not like your damn album. This is not your this is not your damn album. This is not your Pimp a Butterfly album. You know what I mean? I feel like with this one that really impressed me with Kendrick, that he went all out. Like this album felt fresh, dropped it out of nowhere, no press, no advertisements, no promotion, no nothing. This man just dropped an album out of nowhere, just said, embrace it, listen to it, um, like dissected anything. He even say nothing, posted on social media, nothing, not a single word. And we all just listened to this album, and everyone, he just left us speechless with our own thoughts and just sitting here like, there ain't no type of advertisement done with this album, but this album felt different. It had a lot of nostalgia, a lot of nostalgia for me. Like a lot of people was comparing Luther to like All the Stars in 2018 with SZA and him, right? Kind of reminding me
No,
of All the Stars, but it's like
no.
a different flow. It's like a different feel, right? Only because I think a lot of people are saying it only because SZA was really on the song, but to me, it had a mixture. I don't know if you guys listened to SZA's album in 2017 when she had Kendrick on there. I forgot what song that it was. But she had him on a song. Someone could probably look it up. But yeah, SZA had Kendrick Lamar on one of those songs on her album, and she,
Doves in the wind.
yep, yep, like yep, Doves in the Wind, right? Has a mixture of Doves in the Wind and all the stars feel to me like mashed in one, right? So that's what I really liked about it, and I like that he also implemented like as Adam Mills said, a lot of different things and aspects into it, right?
Yeah.
What really got me, one bar that got me, I said, man, this man trying to start a war. He was like, old A flows
Yeah.
and stuff. I
Yeah.
said, I said, because
Who was he talking about
he
though?
mentioned Snoop Dogg, right? Then he mentioned Wayne, because I don't know if the Wayne bar came after before. You guys can tell me, right? But I think after he
Wayne
mentioned
Barr came
Wayne.
before.
Yeah, so yeah, if the Wayne bar came before, right? He mentioned Snoop Dogg, Wayne, and then I think he mentioned who else? Who else was it? Who else? It was not only Snoop Dogg and Wayne. It was
That's
one
that's
more
that's it.
rapper.
But a lot
No,
of people were
wait.
saying that game. That was a shot at game too.
Yeah, because he said old age flow trying to convince me that I said, awesome, man. I said, this guy. I said, this man's the boogeyman. I said, this man's dangerous, man. Stay away from Kendrick. You want a long career, man. Stay away from Kendrick. I don't know, man. But the beats. I'm not gonna lie, I give the beats a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest. The lyrics, for me, he has some lyricism in here. He had a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
don't know how I would rate that. I would probably be honest, like 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? With the lyrics when it comes to the whole production of the album, I know you say you don't really like mustard like that, but
No,
me,
no, 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 no. He grew on me
he
real
grew on
quick.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. Gov, you didn't mention the Hot Six with the SWV sample, man.
Ah.
And I like how he pulled that off. That was dope too. Use your
That
heart.
was all right. That was all right. That was all right. That was all right.
He was just like Bizzle said. This album is very nostalgic. Believe it or
Very
not.
much so.
Yeah, it really is. It has a little something for everybody.
Right.
Like just the samples, the things he used, even the music video he released on YouTube.
Mhm.
It was just like it's almost paying a homage to some things and
Right.
also paying a homage to himself is what I get from this album, right?
Right.
And he's really trying to go for the throne. He has a lot more to prove, right? I feel like it's giving me that Big Son, like control verse type feel, right? When on Whacked Out Murals, right? It gives me that same type of vibe. So a lot of this album has a lot of, stuff like if you listen to every song he has on album, it's always gonna remind you of something in the past or one of his old songs. Like, oh yeah, I remember he did this on his old song, or damn, or I remember he did this on Pimp a Butterfly, or I remember he had this sample. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
like that. The production is a 10 out of 10. Mustard
Where did
always delivers.
I'm gonna ask y'all, where do y'all rank this Kendrick album amongst Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, and the Section 80 and the classic that he came out with. I don't even think he got album of the year that year. I think Macklemore won that over Good Kid, Mad City. So what do you guys rank this at? Is it too early?
Too early. I feel like for me it's too
Yeah.
early.
Sure. But
Needs
at
some
the
time to
same
grow.
time, I remember liking Damn more at first. Still.
I
That
think Whisper Calm is probably still
Pimp a Butterfly.
his wackest album, but he was very open with that album. The one that he just did 2 years
What
ago.
is, yeah. I remember.
What was that album, fellas?
Oh, I remember the name. I'll look it up. There it go.
What was the album? What was the album called? I can't think of it right
I
now.
forget the name. Yeah, myself. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna
remember
lie.
that one though.
Come on, y'all.
There you go.
Uh,
Oh, are we partying?
Good
Hold on one
kid, good
second.
kid, good kid, Man City. That was 2012. We got Pimp a Butterfly 2015.
Yeah,
Dan was 2017. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Mr. Morale.
Morale.
Mr. Morale.
yep.
That's the one that I least like, but he was the most open pause on that album. You know, he's the most vulnerable.
Politics at that time. I understand.
But that's the one I least like.
Mhm. I mean, that album had a lot of hits though, because a lot of people was talking about that album. I think a lot of people could relate deeply to that album. That album had a lot of hit-worthy songs. It's just that he came back from a long hiatus, and it wasn't really advertised. Like fans and people weren't really embracing him like he thought with that album
Right.
too much. No, I think he did some advertisement on an album, but it wasn't that too much advertisement. It was like, Kendrick, he's not really the advertisement type, especially after 2018 with
Plus,
the Damn album.
it didn't have that glow. You know, when you look at the album covers, either like say from Damn, like say that look, just him in general. He pretty much goes against the grain when it comes to when you want to put everything together and look extra glossy. He doesn't do that. He don't do that.
Do you do you think that the album cover to this one right here was like Carter Two inspired? Because Lil Wayne has a cover, I believe, on the Carter Two, where he's sitting in front of like a some type of Bentley or something. It's all black. Hold on, I'm gonna see it right here. Hold on, the album cover, Carter Two. Carter
Part two.
album
Yeah,
cover.
and I see what you mean. In front of the yeah.
Yeah. Do you see like the inspiration right there?
Yeah, because they both on the right side of the car, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Car's black.
Yeah.
Or let's put on our foil hats.
Hmm.
Wayne was running the industry at the time. He was the quote unquote king. Remember him and Flo was
Ah,
fighting for the top rank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is like telling Wayne is the new king in town, move to the side, man.
that's
Let
disrespectful. If it
That's
let,
right
is,
about it. Yeah.
let me take the throne real quick. I take the throne off your hand real quick. I'm the new guy in town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's disrespectful.
he does
Um,
everything. Kendrick does everything very calculated, man.
Right.
Super Bowl,
um,
Carter 3, Wayne in front of a black car,
mm.
classic Bentley.
Yep.
He's in front of a classic car. Maybe
I mean, don't
that's
kill me
me.
for saying this to people out there that like Wayne, but I feel like Wayne's never been on. He's respected in the game for his lyricism and what he contributed to the game. I don't feel like he's really had the same respect as an artist like Kendrick has, right? I forgot I had it in my head. I was about to say, but I feel like he's never been on that same rapper status that Kendrick's on when it comes to being an artist and
Mhm.
his status. I feel like Kendrick and him is two different artists, but one and the same at the same time. It's confusing because I feel like people are saying that Wayne is in the booth and allegedly he's cooking up a diss. I just feel like he's just not on that caliber that Kendrick is on, especially in the 2010s, right?
I don't know. At one point in time, Wayne couldn't miss.
Hit wide.
Yeah.
Yep. Song
Yeah,
wise.
he couldn't miss. He
Nope.
couldn't miss. Songs with Destiny Child and everything. Wayne couldn't miss, bro.
Uh,
Um, somebody I was looking at this YouTube channel. I forgot the name of it, but they were saying one dude was saying there's a lot of little Waynes out here. It's not a lot of Kendricks. Kendrick himself is influenced by Wayne.
yeah, but
Oh.
I say as this since as first we got Not Like Us, They Not Like Us, and then we got this album. We're gonna start to see a lot more. We're gonna see more coming because the whole lyricism is coming back anyway and back in the vogue.
Hmm.
I just hold on, fellas. Hold on, fellas. I just got a call from El Chapo. Hold on.
Well,
Oh, he said no more Coke bars in 2025. Y'all gonna have to start rhyming. Y'all gonna have to start rhyming, man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick done put y'all out there. Y'all gonna have to start rhyming, man. No more Coke bars,
Crazy.
man. No
Yep.
more Coke bars, man. 2025, no more Coke bars, man. You're gonna have to start rhyming now. You know what I'm saying? He bringing lyricism back to the table, to the forefront. What I like about Kendrick, man, he let you know, like, look, I'm not a street dude, although I have affiliates, right? I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not trying to be Scarface on steroids. You know, I do have enough time to be Scarface. And there's no shot at the dudes that do coke bars, man. Shout out to you guys. I have done some in my past as far as coke bars, not coke. I have done other bars, right? I mean, it's a lane for everybody, right? But
Yeah.
let's talk about these certain rappers, man. You gotta come close to the camera, Quan Bizzle. But let's think about these guys, man. They sell all these kilos and they doing shows. Like, what life are you living? Are you still, a drug dealer or rapper? Which one are you? Can't be both.
Yeah, that's the choice to take. But it's kind of like the trap that a lot of times that they're getting put into as well. Because it's like in order for them to earn their keep, that's what they gotta do. So I don't know, but it's a wild game. But I like the fact that we starting to get that focus back. Like, see, the whole thing we went from lyrics without a whole lot of emphasis on production because you could only do with so much. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
the pendulum swung where it was all about the production and the beats. You know what I mean? We don't need to worry about the lyrics. Now that that's all up to, you know what I mean? Come on, the beats have been incredible for years now. You know what I mean? So now it's time for the bars to raise up to that next level too. You know what I mean? Then that way that the whole genre can grow. Watch as that grows. Watch the evolution of it, especially when it comes to the music. It's really gonna start to
Mm.
go to the next level. You know?
Yeah, that's why I'm glad Kendrick stepped in because I feel like Kendrick, I think we talked about it a while ago, right? On one of the episodes.
Mhm.
I think I said something. Kendrick was like Dr. Dre as Dr. Dre was to him, or Snoop was to him, or how 50 Cent was to man, what's his name? As 50 Cent was to like the game, right? Every rapper, every generation has that artist that they push up to the moon, they push up to the stars, right?
Right.
To be that next rapper, to be the next generation. So I feel like Kendrick, a lot of people seeing Kendrick, especially a lot of young artists seeing Kendrick going on his generational run, especially in his prime right now, is inspiring a lot of them. Like, man, and I know some personally, right? A lot of young artists that look up to Kendrick, rhyme like him, try to steady him his album. A lot of people and seeing the success of this album, like, oh, maybe I don't gotta keep rapping about the same things or rapping in this flow. I can try a different flow and be
Mhm.
more expressive with my lyrics. Which that forces the fans to be like, man, if my favorite rappers, any other rapper, is starting to be more lyrical, let me start getting some more of this hip hop. So we are really gonna see, like I was saying, 2025, who's the real fans of hip hop and who's really gonna be along for this ride.
Okay, speaking of runs, man, G Unit had their run for a minute. Wu Tang had their run. Dipset had their run. Um, how long y'all think Kendrick run will be? And does he have a run? I think he's having a run right now. So
Yeah.
how long can he keep this up? But before we go into that is remember on the Hot Six, remember how he breaks down how uh he admitted to sabotaging Black Hippie for his
Mm.
own personal selfish reasons. I don't know if y'all caught that. And he was basically saying, look, man, all these differences y'all have in groups and stuff like that, call up and piece it up. It's not that serious. Don't wait till somebody die. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that touched me too. I was like, oh man, yeah, that's serious because, you know, Gov, you can vouch for it. You know what I'm saying? People ain't talking to folk or don't want to know parts of it. And when you
It
look at it
happened.
in your day, it hurts you more not uniting. You can do more in strength because you fast forward now, everything is getting better. You're more sharper. You have more wisdom of the industry.
Right.
Your brain is sharp as far as flows, your selection of beats, how you make beats.
Right.
Your connections are out there more. It's easy, like now, why break up? Why have these differences now when things are much easier? It's mind-boggling.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. I guess that's part of the whole. I guess that's the counter force we all work against. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about it is, I think the wise groups are the ones that's able to they're able to work beyond that. You know what I mean? I guess they smart in how that you know how everybody gets together, but I
Hmm.
guess you got to find a way to get together and also maintain your separation at the same time. I don't know. There's a certain balance that has to take place, and at the same time, another big thing that also happens is a lot of times people are taking advantage of the fact that you don't know things when you're young. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
sometimes you got somebody that's running the show that's not fully educating the rest of them, so that everybody knows how they all can make their part, what they all could do to even help out, because you don't know. Because like say from a just put a group together, boom, brand new. We just starting out 20 years old, 23, right? All of us, the three of us. Now, one person, one of us, or someone outside of us might know the business side of it, right? and they'll tell us, "Oh, you gotta do this, that, and the third." But the three of us or the four of us, we're gonna be like, okay, the three of us gonna like say, okay, I know how to rhyme, so I'll write my rhymes, you know what I mean? And we can do the song part, but we like the legal part and all the rest of that, that seems too much like schoolwork. So
Yeah,
that's why a lot of
totally.
times we kind of just let that side to the side. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna make sure we make our material, but we gotta do the schoolwork part of it too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. When I heard the Hard Part 6, man, I said, man, let me go on the phone, start calling some brothers up, man. Let me reach out to somebody, you know what I'm saying? A couple of people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when you, Kendrick broke it down, man. Thanks, Kendrick. When you think of it, and we've been saying this for a long time too, when you look back at it, it's all dumb.
Yeah. See, the thing is, even like the ones that you get upset with, not talking to, they was a big part of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that memory would not be that without them. You know what I mean? And deep down inside,
exactly.
they know the same thing. Because you know, you sit down in the room by yourself and you just let it play and just listen. Like, yeah, that's that part. You still know it. It's still a part of it. You know what I mean? Because it was like that with Crow, and it was the same way with the. I was in a go-go band first. And it was the same way with that. Cause like, see, like every now and then a few of us would just randomly just hit each other up. Like as if it was like as if we all came together like brothers. And we was only together for about a couple of years, you know what I mean? But it's the
Yeah,
same thing. But when it has that connection and everything just clicked and it grew, like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause we did the same thing. It was the same, like
yeah.
we were like, all right, there it go.
And
It's like
you
click.
know what's weird too? I like to compare some things. Like I went back the other day, I was listening to the Undivided.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to, and I was watching the growth from there to what I'm at now. It's
Yeah.
always growth, right?
Yep.
And I was like, damn. But this is what I do sometimes. I play other groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, yo, we wasn't that far off. We was really,
We're close.
actually, to be honest with you, we was dead with them.
Yep,
Like,
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
what the hell happened?
That's what it was. That's why I'm saying, like, rest in peace. D Billy kept saying that. He kept saying, man, y'all close. Y'all there, y'all there.
Yeah.
Just do something else. Just do something. He would say
Yep.
that it don't have to be great. Just do something.
Yep. We was dead, bro. And I was thinking, I was like, were we too, this is why I was honestly, that's like, were we too hard on ourselves? Were, were we looking at other groups like Black Hippie and
Yeah.
Lock? Were we looking at them, no disrespect to them, but were we looking at them as pinnacles, or we wasn't as great as them, or I think we were just too critical of ourselves.
We expected ourselves to be the finished product.
I got about 99 graders in case one of y'all need cheesing. Because it's comeback season. I be changing numbers like text now with some run back reasons. Nah, scratch that, I ain't a running back on run back freezing. I'm about to call me how all of y'all is comeback season. These is comeback reasons.
Hey, I got too many reasons. You niggas be faking. You niggas be desperate. Begging for attention. Giving me tension. Fuck it. I be the greatest. You haters be peasants. Whoa. Catching my breath. Only thing catching is catching these tips. Mama was sad. I gave her a smile. Turn around. Give my dad 100. Dow. Oh. Remember the times you left. Wait. Remember the times you vivid. Wait. Remember the times you give him a hand. But turn around. They faking the skies. Hey. I'm on a different level. A level you cannot match. My nigga Joseph. He carried that tech. My nigga a ref. What you expect? Hey. This life a game. Call it Monopoly. Only your hoe. I treat her like property. I got a vision. Call me Charles, need me, I wanna be seeing my vision. Where's your heart? Where's your attention? Get that bag, my niggas we earn. They calling me king, something like Bob and we from the west. That's fucking Compton.